Okay, going live. Hello everyone, welcome back on Sanjay Gupta Tech School. So I am Sanjay Gupta, your host and instructor, and I have Abhishek with me. Welcome Abhishek on the platform once again. So as you can see, like we are having day 10, and like in this series we are learning Salesforce OmniStudio, and today is one more session related to IP. So today Abhishek will be demoing two more components that is available in IP that you will be learning, and he will be doing all the demonstrations so that you can practice as well. Okay, and as I promised you, like in exercise sheet I will be giving you some of the exercises so that you can practice. So maybe in the beginning of next week that will be available, because we will be having one more session on IP, and after that those exercises will be available with you. Okay, so starting with the session, first of all, I want Abhishek to introduce himself, because I know in every session lots of beginners are joining. So uh, this I do in every session, like if instructor is there, so it would be better if they introduce themselves. Over to you, Abhishek.
Yeah, thank you, Sanjay. So, hi everyone. Myself, Abhishek, and I am working as a Salesforce and Velocity developer in Salesforce community since 5+ years now. And I am a Trailhead double star ranger, and I have done some certifications on Salesforce like OmniStudio, Service Cloud, CPQ Specialist, PD1, and Admin. And I have done several projects on Salesforce as well as Velocity slash OmniStudio, and which includes industries like health insurance, telecommunication, industry, CPQ, and etc. So yeah, that's all about me.
Okay, thank you, Abhishek, for this. And next, like if you want to become part of a community where lots of beginner and Salesforce enthusiasts are connected, so you can just scan this QR code and you can become part of the community. More than 3,000 folks are already connected. And if you want to receive timely notifications, so uh, in the next slide you will see we have all the social media handles of Sanjay Gupta Tech School, and the session tracker link is available in the description of this video. So from there you will find information about all the boot camps and all the sessions. Okay, and please share your reviews and feedback, so it motivates us. And now I hands over to Abhishek so that he can proceed and explain two major functionalities those are available in IP.
Yeah. So let me. So basically, in previous sessions, we have covered all types of data raptors, and we have covered most of the scenarios where we can use the integration procedures as well. So I'll just give you a brief recap till now what we have done into this Omni Studio bootcamp. So we have gone through all the data raptors types, which is used for fetching the data from Salesforce, saving or updating the data into the Salesforce database. If you want to transform your data, whatever is being fetched by data raptor extract, or if you want to trim it down, then we can use data raptor transforms. And for extracting the data in bit faster manner, we will be using the data raptor turbo extract. So these are the data raptors we have covered. And in the IP, why we are using the IP, if you want to build some business logic around whatever data you are fetching or updating to the database, right? Then you can write down the integration procedures. And if I compare the integration procedure with Salesforce component, that can be your Apex class, where you write all your SQL queries, you write for loops, conditional statements, try catch block, and so on. So these sort of things we can do into the integration procedure as well. So this would be a brief recap what integration procedure looks like. And today, what we're gonna cover in today's session, what we're gonna cover is how can we send an email to users with the help of integration procedure. And the other topic will be what is the list action in an IP. There is a action called list action. So what is the use of list action? How we can use the list action? Okay.
Right.
So let me switch to yeah. So I'll go to IP. So yeah, I mean, I have already one IP created for me, on which we were working in the last session for fetching the information about account and or contact records or object, right? So if I click on this element, which is nothing but data wrapper extract action, which we have drag and dropped from the available component section. So why do we use the data wrapper extract action to call in DR or data wrapper extract, right? So in this data wrapper extract action, what configuration that we have provided, like give me all the accounts. First of all, call this data wrapper. So we're gonna click on this data wrapper and see what we are doing in here. So what we are doing is we are fetching the account information where name is equals to param, right? And this is a parameter that this value we will be passing it from the integration procedure, or if you want to test it in the data wrapper only, then you can go to the preview tab and you can provide some sample input. So like I have provided JNA test, and if I click execute, I'm getting the account information. And from where we are getting this account information? From the output tab. If I go to output tab, I'm getting the ID value and the account name value, right? Now, if I go back to the IP, if I click on the second data wrapper extract, which is DRE contacts, and if I open this one, in here, what I am doing is give me all the contact records where account dot name. So this is one of the way you can write the SQL queries when we are using the child to parent logic, right? So account dot name is equals to name param. And in the name param, what we are passing again is, like JNA test. So as we can see, under the JNA test, we have two contacts. First is Edna Frank one, and second is AG. So like if I go to the accounts tab, and if I open this account record, right, I can see two contacts underneath this. First is Edna Frank one, second is AG. So like if I change the name of this AG here, let's call it like Edna Frank 2 and save it. And if I go again to the IP and click execute, this AG will become the Edna Frank 2, right? Now I'll go back to the IP. So first, the first element that we're gonna see in today's session is list action. So the use of list action can be here because what is happening right now in our IP is we are fetching the account records from one data wrapper and we are fetching the contact records from other data wrapper, right? Now, if you look at the output of both the data wrappers, right, it is having the account ID from the data wrapper account. And if I see the contact data wrapper, it is again having the account ID, right? So majorly, when you want to combine two lists which is coming from different sources, right? If you are fetching one list from one data raptor or second list from Apex class. If you are fetching one list from one data raptor and one list from another data raptor, and if you want to make if you want to make it a one single list which is coming as two now in two different lists right now, then we will be using the list action. So basically, when you want to merge two lists into the one, then only we will be using the list actions. So now, as we can see, there is one common field, one common output in both of them, which is the account ID, which is coming for account as well as contact as well, right? So now what we're gonna do is, from the available components, I'm gonna drag and drop the list action. Okay. Now element name, you can change it by yourself, whatever name you want to give it, right? And if I click on this add new value, right? Over here, you have to pass what, in which node your IP contains the data, right? So like if I go to preview, okay, before going to preview, I'll show you what I'm passing to these data raptors. I'm passing this Janapun test as input parameter to the account data raptor. And again, I'm passing the Janapun test as the input parameter to the contact record, the contact data raptor as well, right? Now, if I go to preview and if I click execute, and if I see this, if I see the output of both of them, I'm getting the account, under the account, I'm getting the account name and ID. And in the contact, I'm getting both the contact's name, right? So now can I say that in my IP, I have all my account records under the account records :account, right? And if I go to contacts, can I say that I have all my contact information in under the contact records :contacts, right? So now what we're gonna do is, first of all, my first list name is account records :accounts, right? Because if you see the output, I have the list of accounts under this account records :account. And I think I have written the accounts, so I'll remove it. Now, if I say, what is your next list that you want to merge? That will be called as contact records :contact, right? If I again go to preview and confirm it, it is called as contact. So it is contact records :contacts, right? Now, if I go to preview, right, and if I click execute, what you will see your account record is coming here, your one contact record is coming here, and your another contact record is coming here, right? But does this data make sense to you? I think not. The reason is, this is the node I fetched from the account data raptor, and these two nodes I fetched from the contact data raptor. But what I wanted to do is, I wanted to combine them so that my data is in one place only, right? So if I again go to properties, you will be clicking this advanced merge checkbox. And as soon as you will click this, there will be a new section will appear for you, which is merge map. And if you click on this add merge map, right, in the drop down, you will be having your both the above list names that you have provided, right? So I'm gonna select the first list, and it will say what path you want to match. So I'll call it ID, because if I go to preview again, and if you see my account data, my account ID is in the ID node, right? So I will give the ID. And what is the matching group? For now, I will select one. Later on, I will tell you what what is the meaning of this? I will click one more mapping, and I'll call it contact records because this is my second list. And if I go to preview, where my common field is contained in the contact list is in this account ID, right? I'm gonna say account ID. So from account data wrapper, I'll be fetching the ID field or ID node, and in the contacts list, I'm gonna fetch it from the account ID because these are the two nodes that are common in both of the list, right? And I'm gonna call it again this as one. And now I will tell you what this matching group is, right? So you want to match the ID node from the accounts list with the matching ID as one, right? You want to match the account ID from the contact list, which is having the ID as one. So these both should be similar so that this list action will know how many fields I have to check in order to merge in order to merge these two lists or three lists or four lists, right? So you have to give the common ID to them, matching group ID to them. And now if I go to preview and click execute, now you see the output of this list action. See it. So you will be having account name Janepoint test, contact name Edna Frank 2. This is your account ID, which is coming from your account data raptor. This is your account ID, which is coming from your contact data raptor. Right? So now this data will make sense to you because there were two lists before the list action. Now you only have one list after the list action with the common ID matched from both the list, and you are having the single output from the list action, right? So I think, and there is one more feature of this list action. Let's say you want to add some test data to it. Okay. So what you can do is you can modify your list as well. So from here you will click this add key value pair, and let's say I want to add some garbage node into it. Let's say flag. Okay. And what it flag should contain is 2. And now if I go to preview and click execute, you will be seeing there is another node has been added by the list action, which was never the part of the account data raptor or the contact data raptor. So you can modify your list nodes as well if you want to add some. Okay. So this is all about list action. Now you can do some more hands-on exercises around it. And Sanjay, if you want to, ask something or
No, I think this was clear explanation. So we can move ahead with the next action, that is Apex.
email action.
Email?
Okay.
Okay.
Yep. So I will. Okay. So basically, as the name suggests, why we use email action? As similar as we do into the Apex, we send emails to the users, right? So this is the similar thing. I'll drag and drop this email action into this item, and if I'll say, so I mean, it will contain all the things that you want to that you perform as a part of Apex email messaging logic, right? So here, what you do is you just give the email addresses of list. So right now I'm gonna hard code it. Let's say,
Or maybe you can use mine like sanjaygupta.techschool.
yeah.
because YouTube restrict public things.
So Sanjay Gupta, sorry, can you
Dot
repeat?
dot techschool@gmail.com. Actually, it is publicly available, and yours is not so.
Yeah, correct. So, I mean, if you want to add multiple email addresses, you can just add comma and you can add one more. If you want to CC someone, if you want to do BCC someone, you can do it from here. And let's say if you want to give some subject, let's say welcome on board. And in the body, you can say welcome to SGTS, OmniStudio Bootcamp. And over here also, you can define org-wide email address. So this can be your lookup as well. So if you have already created one org-wide email address, that will appear over here. And if you want to send some sort of attachments, that also you can do.
Right.
So
Now,
now,
Abhishek,
yeah,
for that attachment, like we just need to click on particular document, right?
correct, exactly.
Okay.
And another thing is, okay, this set HTML body, I think this, I think this option is not available right now because as soon as I click on this checkbox, this text area should have been converted into the rich text area,
Yeah.
which is not coming in. So it might be possible in the
Upcoming release.
in the upcoming release, this feature might releases soon. So I'll just keep it as set email body as false right now. And now if I go to preview and click execute, email action, it says success equal true. So Sanjay, you
let me
must have
just check.
received that
Yeah,
email.
let me just check my email. Yes, I have received it, and I'm just sharing that screen so that viewers can see. So, guys, here you can see this is the email that I received. Okay. Yeah, I just showed that.
Okay. So I mean, this was a very easy example of email actions. I mean, how you can use it and how you can configure it. I mean, if you want to put some dynamic values over here, like say list of emails, then you can fetch it from any sort of data wrapper extract or something like that, and you can pass that list name over here with the percent or merge fields, right?
Okay.
And right.
Yeah, I think it is similar to Flow as well. In Flow also we have email action where we just need to
Correct.
fill the uh, like values into particular field of that particular action. So here also it is simple. And yeah, I think anything else that we need to cover in this?
I think not. I think this is a very easy example of email action and other things. And I mean, what else we can do into the today's session is
Or maybe like
um,
if it will take time, so because today is Janmashtami as well and less folks are joining, so maybe in next session on Monday, Tuesday, whenever we will be doing, so we can wrap the IP related stuff in that session. So I think
okay.
Apex action is pending, delete action is pending, and chatter action is pending. So these three guys we will be covering in the next session.
Yep.
Okay, so yep, I think we can wrap the session here only. So thank you, Abhishek, for sharing all the knowledge with the folks.
Yep.
So one question is there. Ashutosh is asking, is there any attachment file line? Let me just check. Attachment file limit, like number of files or size and email action. So is there any sort of thing available?
No.
Okay. So, like right now, there is no limit available specifically, right?
Correct.
Okay. Okay. So, thank you guys, those who joined live and those who are watching the recording. Thanks to you as well. And thank you, Abhishek, for sharing all the knowledge. And we'll be having our next session next week. So, next week we'll be covering completing the IP, and then we'll be starting another tool,
Yep.
maybe OmniScript or FlexCard. So, let's see what
Yep.
Abhishek picks.
Yep.
Okay. So, thank you everyone for joining. See you next week. Bye.